The most surprising thing for me is when I come across call members that say that I paid one plug like that to post me to direct posting to Lagos. And then I'm like, okay, so when you pay them, your plug is not going to make sure that your PPA, your place of premier assignment, is in Dangote Cement, or whether you're going to be working at Lafarge as in big companies like that. What's the assurance that okay, you're posted at Lagos? What if your primary place of primary or your place of primary assignment is in Ikorodu Primary School? What are you going to do? So then, me moving to camp made me know that there are some ways that you yourself you can influence your PPA or even your relocation. Let's just imagine that you didn't do it direct posting, but they posted you to a place you don't like, and then you in camp, you yourself can influence without paying anyone just by rendering service. And on this video, I'll be telling you ways of how you can do it. But before I tell you, there are only just four ways. But before I explain these four ways, one thing I want to say is be ready to get to camp as early as possible. You know, the batch C stream 2 is going to be starting. The camp registration is Wednesday, 22nd of January 2025. And one thing I would advise you as a core member is try and get to camp Tuesday night if it's possible. And the thing is also be ready to be involved. So these are the four, I'll be mentioning four ways that you yourself you can influence your PPA or even your relocation. So the first way is leadership. So actually, in every in an orientation camp, they have 10 platoons, platoon 1 to 10. So everyone in the camp is being grouped into 10 platoons. So if your number, your registration number when you registered in camp is number one, you're in platoon one. But if your number is 28, that means you're in platoon eight. So if your number is 15, that means you're in platoon five. So that is how it is. It's just 10 platoons. And in each platoon, there are four positions required. Sorry. The first one is a platoon leader is needed. The second position is a social director. The third one is sports director. And the last one is PRO. You see, the social director, the sports, and the PRO is usually a game. It's usually a position gotten by votes. So every platoon member is going to vote. But you see, the platoon leader is not by vote. It's the platoon inspector that chooses a platoon leader. So how do the platoon inspector choose? It chooses based on people that are always helping you out. I mean, if you are people that always like you help him out to get those kids that they need, you're always there when you need assistance in guiding the platoon members, all those things, you're always rendering the service. And before, most importantly, the easiest way to also get it being a platoon leader is getting to camp very early, being one of the set of people in that platoon. So that's why I keep on saying get to camp as early as possible. Because let's just imagine you went to camp Tuesday night and then on Wednesday morning the session starts and then your number is number five. That means you're the first person in platoon five. So what will you do when you get to your platoon inspector and then you are being documented, you've registered? Instead of going back to your dorm or going to Mami Market to eat, don't do that. Just stay with your platoon inspector, help him to do one or two things like that, like all those services you're rendering. At the end of the day, it will pay you off by putting you in a good PPA, or even you want to tell him that can you help me in relocation? It's going to do that for you because the thing about orientation camp, you rendering a service there is that they'll pay you off. Like when you work outside, when you get a job, your worker has to pay you for those services you're rendering. So every job, every meaningful job you render in camp, orientation camp, you are being paid. You are being paid by them giving you a good PPA, or if you want to relocate. So that's the first one. And then the other position I was saying, the social directors, the sports directors, and the PRO, because all these leaders get in touch, they are collaborating with the platoon inspector about how, because in camp is a competition. You're competing with each platoon. So you guys are going to come together. That means that with your inspector, they will know that okay, this one is rendering a service, so they pay them by giving them a good PPA. So the second one is OBS. So in my orientation camp, OBS just basically mean a radio station. So in each camp in Nigeria, there's an there's a radio station, but in my camp it's called OBS. So what do they do at OBS? All they do is take pictures and then do documentation of every activities or every side class or every gathering that happens in the camp. And then the main purpose is after they take that, they do the documentation and the photograph, they send it to the Ministry of NYC in Abuja for them to know that, oh, this specific person paid a visit. Like when the Director General came to my camp, okay, so they sent an information telling them, oh, the Director General came, he said this and this, he imparted knowledge into the core members. So that is their own job. And like I said, I'll keep on hammering it. Please get to camp early. Because for OBS, before you can join OBS, you have to get there early. And it's first come, first serve. All they need is just a maximum of, I don't a maximum of 15, between 10 and 15. So you getting to camp early also gives you a lot of options. Like you can opt for platoon leader and OBS. So whether which one of them comes your way, you are in, you are being, you know that yes, your PPA and your relocation is sure by the grace of God. And so, and then for the OBS, you don't need to be a good photographer. Nobody is looking for a great photographer. All they want is someone that is consistent, that is always showing up. That is it. And he's not giving an excuse that, oh, I'm too tired, we did side, all those things. They don't need that. They just need someone that is consistent. That is it. So the third way is going to be parade commanders and brigaders. You know that okay, there is parade for in orientation camp, and then when they are trying to swell us in, there's a parade. So there's a need for a parade commander and brigaders, and those people are chosen from the platoon members. And then the people chosen are the set of people that get to camp early. Did you not just choose them? Okay, okay. Did you not just choose them like I was saying? If you get to camp early, you can get in touch with the army commander that you are interested. Can they try you out? So even if at the end of the day, okay, the army commander just find out that they don't really like you, as in maybe you're not up to that task. For the fact that you showed up, that is going to count for you. That is what that matters in camp. You volunteering, you showing up. That is it. So when you get them, and the good thing about these parade commanders and the brigaders is that any special guest that comes to camp, orientation camp, I am welcoming them. They give you cash, they pay them, they appreciate. No, I won't say they pay them. They appreciate them for the service. Like you are welcoming them, you are giving them that what will I say? That you're honoring them. Yes, that's what I want to say. You're honoring them. So because of that, they also honor you by giving you cash. So you can also be a parade commander. So for parade commander, all they need is just you have to have a very loud voice because you are going to be commanding more than 2,000 people on the parade ground, and you're going to be saying that without the use of microphone. You're using your voice. So that means that they need somebody with an extremely loud voice. That is the only thing. And then for brigaders, they need someone that can drum. You don't have to be an expert. Even if you just small drum, they will teach you, they will blend your skill in camp. And the good thing about, like I keep on saying it, and then the good thing is, okay, I told you that they'll also appreciate you. That is it. So the next one is going to be CDS. So the CDS just basically means Community Development Service. So under this Community Development Service, the two most recognized community development service is Red Cross and financial literacy. This financial literacy is sponsored by Wema Bank. So this financial literacy is about educating people about finance, letting people be financially free. So they have a class organized by Wema Bank where they teach people. So the aim is when they enhance your skill about finance, is for you to also teach people when you're in your PPA, your community, to educate other local people anywhere you are to educate people because the goal of NYC is for everybody to be financially free. That's the essence. So you joining this class gives you the benefit of influencing your PPA or your relocation. So like I said, the second CDS is Red Cross. So this Red Cross, the good thing about this Red Cross is that it's not just for medical students, it's for everybody. But then it's first come, first serve also. Because they just need a maximum of 15 people to. So what would you do at the Red Cross is you don't have to be scared, even if you study agri, as long as you went to camp very early and you went to meet the person in charge of Red Cross that oh you're interested, what you'll be doing in the Red Cross in camp, orientation camp, is during the parade or anytime they are okay, they are trying to practice marching, and then anyone falls down, you just take the person, assist the person to the ambulance where a a medical doctor will attend to the person, give the person first aid before they determine if the person should go to the camp clinic or they'll take the person to an hospital outside the camp. So that is your job there as Red Cross. That, and the good thing about this Red Cross is that you don't march, you don't partake in any parade. All you just do is stand close by, and then see anyone that needs help in terms of health issue. You just, that is just your work, just to render a service. So these are the ways you yourself you can influence your PPA or your relocation. You don't need to pay anyone, because if you're paying somebody, does not guarantee your PPA is going to be a good place. So I hope for the next batch, which is batch C stream 2, take this into consideration, and even all those subsequent core members I intend to serve.